Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Happy Sunday. It's just nice, calm, and really quiet today, and I got to catch up on chores, clean the house a bit, clean the car, and kind of just, you know, catch up on all the little things that I've been neglecting throughout the week. And so today I figured I'd give you guys a status update on my 2018 Subaru WRX and just overall how everything has been going so far. So just to recap, I purchased my 2018 Subaru WRX that I'm sitting in here in March of this past year, and it's been about almost 4.5 months since my ownership of it, and so far everything is smooth sailing. On the odometer I have 4,868 miles on it. So unfortunately, I've tried to keep the mileage very low on this car, but this car is just too fun to drive, and I just keep making an excuse for myself to take it anywhere. So I've taken it on 2 big road trips, one to Fresno from Sacramento and the other one to LA, and I want to give you guys some feedback on the overall long distance road trips. This car is phenomenal. Unfortunately, you tend to be more on the speedy side because this car picks up pretty quick. I notice I'm always sitting around the 80 to 90 miles per hour range, and this car can get you in trouble, so be very careful when you're taking this car on long road trips. Overall, I've been doing a collective 32 plus mpg on the freeway, so this car is phenomenal in terms of that. City and freeway combined, I get anywhere from 27 to 30, and so it really depends on where I'm at or how much city driving I'm getting. But overall, the full gas tank that I'm getting on this car, I'm averaging around 380 plus, so 380 to about 440, and so overall this car is amazing, and I still love it. Before I was talking to you guys in terms of bias, but now after a few months of experience, this car is still stock. I've not tuned it, I've not added on any type of performance stuff onto it. This is completely from my experience, and it's factual based off of that. So again, take it with a grain of salt, but overall this car has treated me very, very well. There has been no issues whatsoever. Nothing has been broken. I've had 2 rock chips in front of my bumper, and that kind of is irking me, but it's all a part of the experience of owning a Subaru, because the thin cheap paint, and I didn't want to ceramic coat it or anything like that. I know that there's a lot of Subaru owners who talk about and complain about the throw-up bearing issue. So the throw-up bearing is centered around the clutch. It's a clutch assembly issue, and what happens is when it goes out, you start hearing a chirping sound that comes from the engine bay, and when you hit the clutch, the chirping sound will go away, and when you let go of the clutch, the chirping sound will come back. And so if you're under warranty, you could take it into the dealership and they'll take care of that for you. It is more prominent in the 2015 to the 2017 models. I haven't seen that many 2018 WRX owners complain about the throw-up bearing going out, but like I said, I'm still early on and still fairly new into my ownership, and I haven't had any type of problem with this vehicle at all. And so I've also done my oil change yesterday, and unfortunately I stripped my bolt, the oil plug. And so if you're a big DIY guy like me, be careful because the way this the oil pan is, the oil plug is kind of at a slant, and so I was kind of impatient, and it kind of jimmied it, and I stripped the bolt, and so I had to go to O'Reilly's and pick up an extractor kit and unscrew it and everything. So I had to buy me a new plug, which cost me about $3, and I got me a little seal for like $2 or so, and I got the oil and everything, and the filter all came up to about $55. So including my replacements, it was under $60. So if you're a DIY guy, I recommend doing it. It's very, very easy. If you're stock like me and you're stock height, not lower, just get yourself some ramps or get 2 a jack, and just jack it up, and you're good to go. It's a very, very quick oil change. It'll take you no more than 20 minutes tops. And if you guys are interested in having me do it again in the future and kind of go through what I go through in terms of maintenance, like my checklist, my personal checklist, comment down below and let me know. But did the oil change myself, did all the replacement, and everything is all from Subaru filter, Subaru oil, and it's good to go. So again, guys, I really love this car. it's really hard not driving this vehicle. And you know, every now and then I have two things that I kind of think about, and I want to share that with you guys. The first is that wondering feeling. Like, I'm always wondering how much more horsepower my car can take, and I think that's partly to do with, you know, the mod bug. Like, I know how easy it is to mod this vehicle, but it's also very easy to break this vehicle, and I'm not willing to take that gamble just yet. And you know, in the back of my mind, I'm always kind of wondering, like, I wonder how much more horsepower this WRX can take. Like, I'm very interested, I'm kind of curious, and I do want it to go a little bit faster. It would be great to make it a little bit faster. And I kind of think about that a lot more often, especially when I see other WRXs on the road, and you know, they're all like fully modded out. And you know, like I said before, the WRX is very common now, and I feel like it's like the new Honda. The people keep saying that it's the new Honda Civic because there's so many people driving this vehicle, and majority of the owners are all from Honda. You know, like, they used to own a Honda, they all like kind of jumped ship, and like, this is the new platform where everyone's kind of tinkering around with it. And I partially agree, because almost every time I go out on the road, almost every WRX that I encounter has been modified in some way. And unfortunately, that makes our overall community kind of negative. Like, it's kind of ricey, right? We're kind of labeled ricey. And I'm still one of the very few WRXs that's still pretty much completely stock in terms of like overall look, wheels, no cob access port, no nada, and I'm just enjoying this vehicle for its entirety. The second thing that I've been kind of thinking about is like, did I make the right choice? Was the Subaru WRX really my dream car? And I'm not saying it in a bad way, like this car sucks or anything like that. It's just that, because when you buy a WRX, I feel as though most of the people who are infatuated by this brand, like I was, you kind of buy this car to own it more as a status, and just to kind of say, I own a WRX. It's not necessarily, how do I say this? It's not necessarily like you really like this car. It's more of the social status of it, because knowing that this is all-wheel drive, it's a well-rounded jack-of-all-trades vehicle. You can modify it because it's a Lego vehicle. NPG is pretty fair. Aftermarket support is pretty abundant, and overall, the value that you get out of this car kind of, you know, is very, very sturdy in there. And in the case that you want to give up or you want to sell this car off, you will get majority of your money back. And I think for the most part, people are infatuated by that, and when they own a WRX or they come into this ownership experience, they kind of, it's like a status to them. And I'm starting to kind of notice that there's some people who kind of buy this vehicle for the status of it versus actually appreciating this car for what it provides, right? Like, I've came across a few people who buy this car and then they complain about how quote-unquote crappy it is. And you know, it's all the mindset of how you interpret this brand, right? And this isn't, like I said, this isn't the best brand and this isn't the best platform, but overall I think it does a very, very good job, and it excels at what it does. And because of that, I don't know, I think I fall kind of in a little bit of the status, but a little bit of the fanboyish as well, and a part of the compromise. Like, I kind of wanted a sports car that'll compromise with my partner and, you know, my life for the next 5 to 10 years and so forth. And so of course this car, you know, it kind of fit the mold. And knowing that this car holds and retains its value pretty well, part of me is sometimes think about trading it off. And like, I know, like I said before, guys, that I will never trade off my vehicle, but you kind of just, it's for me at least, I kind of think about it every now and then, like, you know, if I ever jump ship, I can get most of my money back, and it could be a pretty decent trade-in to my new vehicle. Because I have thought about the Toyota Supra, but because it's only automatic, I decided to opt out of that and not go for it. And plus, Toyota has been teasing us for quite some time, and so that was in the works. I was kind of thinking about that. Even before the WRX, I was actually debating between the WRX versus the BRZ, because it was kind of like fun versus practicality. But as I said before in my older videos, that I have never driven a fast car, and I've but driven slow vehicles, and so part of me was curious. And you know, now that I'm behind a car that's a lot faster than pretty much every single car I've ever driven, I love it. I love the fact that when I need to go, I could go. And you know, it's amazing. It is an amazing feeling knowing that I could just get up and go. But part of me still wants that fun factor, and I kind of wish, part of me really wish that the BRZ was turbocharged. And I think I would have gone for the BRZ if it was turbocharged versus the WRX. But just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. Like, I've been kind of thinking about it quite a lot. Like, I love this car and I don't regret it whatsoever, but I think when you finally get something, like I've been rewatching some of my old videos when I first got it. Like, I had so much drive and enthusiasm about the car, and like the fascination and the fantasies and stuff that I wanted to do to the car. And then now that I have it, I love it, and it's fulfilling all of my fantasies and dreams. But I felt like I've lost something, and I don't know what it is anymore. And like, I don't know. So like, that feeling that I once had, that's what I wanted to share with you guys, that passion and drive and enthusiasm. But I felt like I kind of lost it, and so I'm trying to find it again through the WRX. So yeah, so I hope you guys like this video, and of course, if you do, give this video a thumbs up and share it around. And if you guys are new, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to email me directly. Otherwise, you can comment down below and I will get to it when I can. So with that, guys, peace out and have a wonderful rest of your day.